Yes, so we can start with the questions that you have for the grant for the specific use case related to education. So, hi Praveen, I hope I'm audible to you.
Yeah, you are clear if that was for me.
Yes. Okay, so we also have Shri Bhavesh sir here joining. So, good afternoon, Bhavesh sir, and
Yeah, good afternoon to all.
yes. So, to the attendees who are not aware, Bhavesh sir is IS and Deputy Secretary at ITEC Wing, Government of Telangana, and he'll be able to answer the questions from the educational use case that we have launched with this challenge. So, over to you, attendees. Sorry, before doing that, I would like to invite Bhavesh sir to share a few words on this challenge so that it sets the context, and then attendees can raise their hand virtually, and I'll moderate the discussions accordingly.
Yeah, so I would say it's a simple but a challenging use case. Simple in terms of putting in terms of words, but challenging in the sense that technologically it requires a lot of thinking. But it is very relevant for our education system. So last time also when I had spoken about this challenge, I had mentioned that I was given an opportunity to basically make a demo of all the AI solutions that we have in the education ecosystem. And among all the demos that I gave, this was chosen as one of the most, you can say, promising use case of AI. But the only limiting factor was that the number of images that Google Quick Draw has is limited to only maybe 345 or 346 photos. Whereas if you traditionally look at the number of words or the dictionary kind of words that children basically learns is close to maybe 1500 or 2000. So from that demo, this idea emerged that can we basically extend this experiment to maybe 1500 or 2000 words and make it more India centric rather than US centric. So these are my initial comments. I'll be happy to take more questions from the startups who have joined us today.
Sure, thank you, sir. The floor is open for questions, folks. Please raise your hand virtually to kickstart the conversation, and we'll be happy to answer your queries.
So I am Dr. Thank you, and I am Dr. Sagu M. Thambi, a Quantum Intelligence Private Limited. So again, thank you. First of all, I appreciate the government of Telangana to come out with this beautiful problem. Anyway, I have already submitted my proposal. So just one or two questions I have. Can I ask?
Yeah, please, Sambhu garu.
Okay. And what learner age group or class levels you should be prioritized during the pilot?
I think the prime audience would be the primary school students,
Yeah,
students
great.
who are up to class 5th.
Yeah, okay, great. That I have submitted. Okay,
Yes.
is there a minimum or preferred number of schools you expect startups to cover?
Not
During
not in terms of number of schools, because I believe that if you have this solution ready, then it can scale horizontally to any number of schools.
Oh, any number of okay. So will the pilot schools provide any support like teachers or
Yeah,
facilities?
we'll provide that. We'll provide
That's
that.
provided. And I think I'm not sure. Now, currently, we're only focusing on Telugu and English, I think.
That should suffice as far as Telangana is concerned.
Okay, but any other regional language variations within Telangana important to account for?
What has happened is with the advent of Tollywood, the discrepancies or the regional variations that we had earlier has been streamlined to a lot of extent now. So I think even if you speak the same word in Adilabad or in Hyderabad, the chances of that getting understood is, I think, more than 90% now.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, and after pilot success, will the state help in scaling across government schools?
Depends on the quality of the pilot.
Quality of the
pilot exercise.
Pilot exercise. That means we shortlisting. Okay, panelists. Okay,
but we are very pro, you can say, emerging technology as a government. So I think when the cloud technologies, were in its initial stage, I think Telangana rolled out cloud first policy way back in 2020.
I think you are expecting maybe not cloud-based solution, I think.
Open to both, both
Open to both.
cloud-based as well as on-prem.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, that thing, do you expect integration with any existing state platforms?
Integration in terms of?
I think maybe you may be using some state platforms like for the learning process, teaching learning process there, like a TSAT or something.
TSAT is more of a video kind of platform rather
Oh,
than
it's not at
yeah,
all.
it's,
Not
it's a
IT,
video
just
platform where
yeah.
they have, I think, 2 channels, and
Okay.
using those 2 channels, they broadcast various contents in Telugu and English.
Okay, and next is very important as far as our solution is concerned. Will startups have access to school level feedback during the pilot phase?
Yes,
Yeah, you'll be. That's such cooperation we can expect.
yes, definitely.
And do you consider emotional well-being?
As a part of the solution?
Yeah, as part of the solution.
Let's not make it more complicated.
Because we are asking is current students, the current generation is facing. That's why I asked.
I don't think so. Adding, layers of mental health and all in this particular app will make it more complicated. That is not the aim of the project also.
Okay, okay. But it's not part, it is just an additional feature if
No, we are not looking at that as of now.
we are not looking at. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's all from us.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabaji.
Thank you. So we have Manohar, he has raised hand. Manohar, over to you.
Yeah. Hello, sir. First of all, thank you for this opportunity. I'm from firstbench.ai startup. So actually, when I have seen the use case and all, so you have mentioned like you have 300 data points where you can train the model, right? And in the use case, you have said like you will provide 2,000 images, something like that. So my question was like, can we go beyond 2,000?
Yeah, you can definitely go. So have you basically tested the app, the Google Quick Draw, which is available in the market?
Yeah. So my question was, so we are in AI, so basically we are doing an AI company. So we have like seen number of models out there. So they're becoming better and better. Rather than training a model, let's say 2,000 data sets, right? So we can't predict new images. So can we use like APIs so that we can give the students more appealing images? Let's say, for example, student needs to draw an elephant or a tree, right? So might be we have a particular tree diagram. It can't go beyond that if we train a machine learning model. But rather than if, let's say, if we use any API, like yesterday, I think last 2 weeks, Google, they have delivered a new model where they can generate hundreds of like elephant images where it's more interactive to the student. At the same time, it's more visually appealing. And also,
so Manohar, so the prime goal of this experiment is that, let's say, if you are given a word, let's say a computer word is given to you in text form on the app, then when the student basically tries to draw a computer on his either an iPad or a computer on, or let's say on a mobile phone, then the system should be able to detect what the student is actually drawing.
Okay.
This is how the Google Quick Draw app also works. So basically what it does is that once you open the app, it will give you a sequence of 6 words for which you will have to draw some images, and the Quick Draw app will detect whether you are drawing it correctly or not. That's how it works. So our objective is that since the original app has only 346 images or 350 images, we want to scale that up to, let's say, a database of 2,000 or 3,000 images.
Got it, sir. Actually, we have a prototype ready. So when have we seen the use case? So we tried to develop that prototype. So we seen, can we improve more? Let's say while drawing itself, can we add like live tutoring something? Live tutoring means some voice will come so that AI will guide through the student to complete the picture, something like that.
See, all these top-ups that you are basically proposing is left, as an additional, you can say, features of the app to a particular form that is proposing that solution. But these are not, you can say, core requirements that we have basically put up.
Got it. So basically, you need a like iPad and so web-based application for now, right? Not
web-based app.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
All right.
So just to basically, Koyur, just to make things clear, the core philosophy remains the same, that the app will basically give you a word It could be a word in, let's say, a Telugu language or an English language. In future, it can be scaled to all 20 plus languages that we have in India. The student will draw or will try to draw the image of that particular word. If the student draws it correctly, the app will say that yes, you have drawn it correctly. If not, the app will basically show to the students a set of standard images for that particular word. That's it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So that is the core objective of this exercise.
Got it.
Right.
Thank you,
Thank
thank you.
So we have one question from Ruma in the Q&A box. Do we get complete detail of existing app tech stack? I'm not sure if we are having any existing app, Bhavesh sir.
There are no existing app, and if you want to basically look into how this app has been developed by Google team, I think they have hosted everything on GitHub. You can go to GitHub and you can, if you query on GitHub also, I think quick draw, you will be taken to the repository where you can see all the images and all the algorithms that the Google team has actually used.
Understood.
So they have made it open source.
Yeah. All right. So Anil, your hand is raised. Over to you. You can unmute yourself and ask. Anil, we are not able to hear you. You have unmuted, but we are not able to hear you. Please rejoin from or use another device to sign up. We'll move on to Pasha.
Hello, sir. So my question is, so if the goal is to teach the vocabulary, why didn't we focus on the voice? Like,
No, that can certainly be added as an additional feature. But the thing is that we wanted to basically teach students words through drawing.
okay, makes sense.
Because that is more, see, the target audience is students who are in primary schools. So if they develop this habit of identifying an object by both seeing the text as well as the image of the object, I think that will help them reinforce their learning.
But I would also think, honestly, speaking, if some AI agent will speak with the student, like even it will
No,
help.
so you can add that feature in the app. So let's say instead of the student being shown as a text, an additional feature could be that you can basically play a sound clip saying that book or pustakam or let's say a computer. Then the student has to both recognize the voice and draw the image for that. I think that can be added as an additional feature, but we are not mandating that as a part of this exercise as of now. You're free to do that.
Okay, makes sense.
Thank you.
All right. Anil, can you speak if you are able to?
Yeah, hi everyone. Hi, Bhavesh sir. Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Please go.
Yeah, is the problem startup needs to work on the only the problem statement which you have given. So basically, what I was working on is something different to make online tutorials more interactive by using AI agents.
That is not the goal. Please restrict to the problem statement that we have floated.
Yeah, so there is no choice for us to participate in this event.
No, you can always basically try to solve the problem statement that we have floated, isn't it? So if you are a startup working in the field of AI, this will act as you can say, a motivation for a new solution.
Okay, got it. So is there any choice for the problem statement?
See, we have floated 6 different use cases.
Little bit. Okay.
We have 6 different use cases. I think I'll request Praveen Garu to kindly highlight on that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, hello, Bhavesh. This is Mahesh. So we are working.
Just to reiterate, and I would say that if you think that this particular problem statement is not something that you are keen on, you are free to basically try your hands at other 5 problem statements that we have floated.
Hello.
So you can find more details on our website ai4tg.in on various problem statements. Yeah. Over to you, Mahesh.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Good afternoon, Bhavesh, sir. So this is Mahesh from New Gen AI. We are AIML solutions company. So are we restricted to solve only one solution at the problem statement currently, or we can participate in multiple?
You can participate in multiple problem statements as well, Mahesh.
Okay, okay. Understand. Okay, yeah, that's the simple question I have. Thank you.
Do we get offered any compute? Let's say if you want to train, these models from scratch, do we also get offered some compute or something?
We'll definitely try for it because see, under India AI mission, there is this thing that they offer 20 to 40% discount for government related use cases.
Okay.
So, and I think even startups have been given access to it. So if you're working on something, if you require GPU access for it, kindly send a proposal. We'll definitely try, on our end to get
Yeah,
it.
because I've seen in the use case as well. So this thing also works on the lower, when there is no internet connectivity in the rural villages, that kind of environment. I think we can certainly try. Some people can come up with on-device models like they don't need internet. Something like we quantize the models and fine-tune quantize and we deploy on the phone. For that, I think we definitely need some compute also. I guess.
So kindly send a proposal. I think Praveen Garu can help in that regard. And we'll reach out to the India AI mission team to get these GPU credits at a lower cost.
Yeah, just to add to what Bhaveshji mentioned, I think one of the asks at this point is a proof of approach. How do you intend to solve the problem? And that is, I think, of foremost importance in this particular stage. When the ask is about building the model itself as a part of the proof of concept, I think that is probably where you may need to actually, showcase that plan in action in some ways. So we don't expect you to develop and sort of host a full-fledged instance, which obviously might cost you a lot of money. But then the intent is to showcase your capabilities when the proof of concept round is getting executed. So our expectation is to sort of develop at this stage right now an approach note, how you intend to solve the problem. And when it comes to the proof of concept, develop a sufficiently clear enough proof of concept model, which is going to help the department officials understand whether your solution has the right kind of capability to be able to meet the expectations of this problem statement. So as much as leaner as you can when it comes to developing the POC, should your startup get selected onto that stage, that would be our recommendations. Because once you're selected and as a part of the larger pilot deployment, the intention is from the state government side to provide funding to execute the pilot project. So there's going to be funding at that stage. And then again, to some of the top three for every use case, there's going to be some compute credits that will also be available through some of our partners. So the ask would be to keep it as lean as possible and then look at ways in which you are able to demonstrate your proof of capability.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Any more questions?
So just one last question, if I can.
Yeah, please go ahead.
My name is Manjunath. I'm from Using AI as well. Quick question. So when you're speaking about showcasing capability, do you want us to showcase what the features, functionalities you would like to incorporate, or do you want us to delve deeper in terms of the technical aspects of it as well? How we would like to design it and the architecture and all?
Yeah, so I'll take that question. The approach note is essentially how you intend to solve the problem. So it'll cover a whole lot of dimensions that you may need to highlight, which sort of helps the jury understand, your approach. Whether it is in terms of the kind of data that you will use, or models that you will use, or models that you'll build, to even the broader architecture, and what sort of features will you want to have as a part. Think of this as a fully baked proposal of sorts in terms of how you intend to meet the objectives of this particular problem statement. As a part of the POC, maybe again to the extent that you are capable and are willing in terms of the effort and the cost that you will expend, the proof of capability can be big or small, and that is entirely your prerogative. Remember that this is a relative competition, as in you're assessed relative to some of the other submissions, and hence, as best as possible, you're able to put your foot forward is only going to make your case even more stronger as you proceed further into the rounds. I don't know, it was a long winding response, but hopefully that will have helped.
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much for that.
All right. Any more questions from the audience?
Yeah, what is a good approach note should look like? Is there any something like minimum pages, or should it be as short? As short as we can.
Yeah, I think brevity is what is important, to the point you have to be. And I think in the informational webinar also, I had mentioned about some of these aspects that you need to be mindful of, and I don't mind repeating it. You need to sort of showcase the understanding of the problem. Oftentimes we see that the comprehension can vary from person to person. So it's important to understand what are we trying to achieve, to the fact in terms of, with respect to this particular use case, how do you intend to solve the problem? What are those key ingredients? It could be data, it could be models, but then specifically, and then from a user experience side of things, also some of these aspects become very relevant, because like Bhavesh ji mentioned, we are talking of primary schoolers, and it has to be intuitive for that age group to be able to use a solution. So you'll have to have you have to be mindful of some of those aspects and any other dependencies that might be necessary for you to showcase your capabilities as a part of the solution. And then of course, some background about your team and what you bring to the table. I think some of those things would also be helpful. So again, remember that there is an external jury that is evaluating, and they have limited time at hand. So as brief as you can is only going to make their job easier.
Right.
Yeah, hello, sir. So is there any specific format, sir, to upload the proposal document, like Word document or presentation?
Any format.
Any format?
Just to add on it, so if this is approach note stage, we have it in PDF format. So once you sign up on the portal, you'll be able to find even the guideline documents on what kind of information we are expecting at the approach note level. Right. Any more questions, audience, attendees? All right.
So just one question now. Are you planning for a modular level approach? Are you expecting in which we can add additional features in the future?
So Sabu, I'll respond to that. There's no prescription in terms of how you should build your solution. You can build it the way you think is appropriate. You
Okay.
can also build it the way you think will make your submission stand out better than the others. So it is like I said, a relative assessment, right? So you have to have a very strong understanding of the use case, the problem statement, the ask that is sort of the startups, and all of you are in many ways helping the government in solving this problem. So how you intend to solve it and the manner in which you intend to solve it in terms of architecture is entirely your prerogative. Whatever you think you are best suited and best capable, or most capable in terms of
that flexibility we are expecting.
Yeah, that flexibility is there. Yeah.
Because we have a strong research background also, we need to apply that. Okay.
Sure, of course.
Okay, thank you so much.
So to the attendees, if we have no more questions, we will end this AMA session in next 20 seconds.
I think my request to the attendees would be to go through the demo app which Google has set up. It's called Quick Draw. If you just type it on Google, you will get the link. Just play a few rounds and you will get to understand what Telangana government through this challenge is basically aspiring for.
Okay, all right. So thank you, Bhavesh sir, for spending your valuable time to answer these queries. And I hope the attendees have gained some insights before they are applying. And some of them have already applied. But if you'd like to revise your applications, you'll have to apply and sign up again. If there are some insights which you would like to add and update your approach notes to make your case stronger. So thank you once again, Bhavesh sir, for
I
joining.
think final comment I'd like to make, this is opportunity not only for the Telangana state government, but I think this holds the potential to basically scale it at national level also.
So one more question. So like we have to develop this from scratch or just to be on the top of it that currently you have the solution.
Kindly go through the app and
Okay.
All right.
kindly go through the app once. You will understand.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for joining. And to the attendees, we have 5 more AMA sessions planned. One is at 4 o'clock, and the rest of the 3 are planned for tomorrow. So please join those AMAs at the respective times. It's the same link. We are using the same meeting link for all the 5 AMS sessions. Healthcare ones will be combined together, and that's why 5 AMAs instead of 6. So with this, we'll wrap this AMA session. Thank you once again, Bhavish sir, Praveen, and to the attendees who joined us. We are excited for this use case and for for you to participate in this challenge. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Kier. Bye.